James, Kenneth St. Michael, polygamous.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing right away is Dart. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, you think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. You look at this Raiders defense. They've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here's Dart. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
At the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
They'll run. It's Brashard Smith. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Herbert now. They'll set up the screen to Smith. Running free at the 45. And some room to work. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 68 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You may also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Baylor Tiger! Baylor Tiger!
After the run, now Herbert to throw. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Looking to throw, Dart. He gets it complete to Harris. Well, he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Dart. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This is real simple. When you're in 5 wide receiver formation, you don't have a lot of time to dilly-dally back there. You've got to get the ball out and with some dispatch because a lot of the aggressive defensive teams in the league, they see 5 wide receiver sets, they're automatically bringing pressure.
And they brought the pressure. He held on to it a little too long. Winds up getting hit as he releases it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They'll go with the empty backfield here, 3rd and 4.
Let's go!
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Is that the incorrect read, or just more in air on the throw by the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter because it seemed like he was open there, just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with a fourth down. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. They'll go. Here's Dart. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, this defense is circling early. A pick six there, and they are off to the races here in this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
You look at this Raiders defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Dart. To the sideline and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he'll send the tight end in motion here. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game good.
A lot of football left to be played.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Raiders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 17-0 our score after 1. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Christian Gonzalez up to make the play.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Set. Lion. Set.
On second down, here's Smith again. And he is going to lose yardage here. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's third down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And the Steelers pressure too much here. He's going down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
The 22-yard line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Herbert, quick pass out wide. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A game there of 30 big ones.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Ray.
Herbert off the play action. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders continue to pull away here in this first half. True able to connect on the extra point. And a rally's on here in this first half.
Steelers, nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Here's Dart. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Dart going to look to throw here. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Copy.
On 2nd down, here's Smith again. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A Raider first down, 17 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
At the 33-yard line.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Home troops right. Set.
They go back to the ground with Smith. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Smith is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Set. 380. Ground. Ready.
Another try for Smith. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
380. Ground. Go.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Toward the pylon, caught. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space when they dumped it to the back. He was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Baylor tight. Undercrush. Set.
They snap it to Herbert. He'll try to do it himself. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 3rd down and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run.
It's a gain of 8. And the Steelers first down.
A play fake, and now it's Dart. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Dart. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
With the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Set. Delta, set. Ready.
Now it's Herbert. That's complete to the rookie from Michigan. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A first down carry for Smith. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Ready. Ready.
Here's Herbert. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Set. Delta, set. Set.
Here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
Taken in at the 22. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Off the play fake, it's Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
10 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To the air, Dart. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Smith up the middle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
It's a gain of
52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
This is caught. It's bad. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
5 yards on the play. That's good for us Steelers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. On the draw is Taylor. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff. And when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Play action now. Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
From the gun, here's Dart. And he's going to go down there and safe. They push him back to the 34. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and they will remain well behind.
This is certainly turning out to be one of those days. Here we are in the second half. They're being shut out. Offense is doing nothing. And you're just saying, please, come on, give us something here to your kicker. But even this is no good.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. get back to the huddle and make sure you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has now been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run it again with Smith. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That's to Kraft, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that run. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They're probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. It'll go as an impressive 41-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 45 yards. And the Steelers are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 33-yard line.
Set. What is it?
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Ed Oliver, that time to want to get in there and bring him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. What else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect. 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Got him in. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards for Steelers.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Pittsburgh.
Now Dart. That's downfield. He's got Taylor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down.
Here's Dart once more. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw is Dart. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. A.J. Brown, 28 yards. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. That's recorded by Bass, up and good. And that'll shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Inside handoff, Smith. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 81 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Hey! 60 Eagles, 60, go!
And they'll go on the ground. Nifty move. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Hand off to Smith. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And they will take a knee here.
Delta, hunt!
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Kappa, Kappa.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talk